Hey guys, it's Selfie and welcome back again. This is like I'm sorry guys that my stream is ending so suddenly. It's raining outside in Bangladesh and you know the transmitter are like getting damaged and current is overloading. That's problem over here. So that's why my current is uploading. So I'm sorry guys for the inconvenience. But I was here and I did a little bit. I was actually like really far away. I had to trigger with the quest, but I'm really like I have to do the quest all over again. I could have just like done it, and not live stream this part, but well, let's do it. Whatever.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette.
And in my past live stream, I did mention I had to talk because of a certain person because okay, let's just continue the quest and you will understand.
The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh.
Get away from...
Please, calm.
Hard... Yeah. Why should we trust this species from who knows where any...
Exactly. That's...
Go away!
I'm not leaving. We joined them.
Solving case, so tell me.
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good...
Vautrin.
Aside from spreading, there have indeed been an increase.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah,
There are countless...
Monsieur I still want to try. Okay,
Give them to me.
you're...
We'll hand them out.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and vote. Thank you for your...
I think I'll...
Hey, don't say that. It won't be long before
Don't keep your...
Vautrin, please be on your...
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Remember when I was talking about like I had to like
Medal
my
of
mic.
Peace?
because of these people.
Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
These people, I don't know how is their mindset like this?
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Especially her.
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Wow. This is human, like this is humanity. This is, okay, let's just forget that topic. How is her mindset like this? How is people even thinking like this? What has the Melusine done to her? I don't understand. Like what's the problem? What's the issue? Jealousy? What kind of a, like, is Melusine getting special kind of treatment? That's why they want the same treatment. That's why they're doing this. What is this? What is this? They're even going after Neuvillette.
Turn the murderer in!
Yeah.
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette too!
These two
Peaceful
this
coexistence?
kind of people, wow.
What a
man.
joke! Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
She's shivering. College shivering. Wow. And I was also did this one. I have high respect
The results
for
of the
this guy, man.
investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
He took all the responsibility on him. He did. He like, I don't know how he took the responsibility and fixed all the thing. I was in the court, but yeah, let's complete this.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence. They tricked Miss Carroll in. The guards were stopped.
And she called me. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth?
The situation. Captain Vautrin, should I
There's no need.
restrict access to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little... She's just like Carol in every possible way. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be...
Looks like she was...
Yes, I should have known. Can you understand how
I understand, but I'm
That's exactly why we need to keep... I will take responsibility for everything.
Okay, now we were in the court. So let's go to the court. I hope now the current doesn't go away. It's really raining heavily in Bangladesh. Yeah. Yesterday I couldn't even finish it. Today the
Did you
same
know?
story.
They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently,
What is
he
their
resorted to
problem?
personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
Like, what is their problem? This kind of organization, I believe that they exist, but how? How can they have a mindset of this and like think ill of other people? What they want to achieve? Like this world fame. How long are they gonna live with this fame? Why are they so blind to see the truth? I don't understand.
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits...
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you. Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Oh, so this was this dialogue was from the trailer, isn't it? I've heard this this dialogue, and this voice acting was amazing. It's thought by other YouTubers as well, and so this dialogue wasn't from Wisely or what's his name? I forgot his name, but also this is one from this guy. Okay, interesting.
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin.
And Neuvillette still don't feel emotion about others. He thinks that this is guilty, but can you blame Neuvillette? He still don't understand human feelings or anything. But how did this even Fontaine rule even happen, and what is this oracle that decide fate, like decide if he's guilty or not? This Fontaine rule is pretty bizarre. I don't understand how Fontaine decided to make this kind of rule. Farina, she isn't opening up with the traveler. What is wrong with her? Is there a duplicate? And we already know that child is the prophecy that has been thing, like child told us that he was trained by a master, that there would be a day when he wouldn't need a vision. So that's why his master trained him with the foul legacy. Prophecy is coming, and the trailer, like I did the recent Arkham Quest, and the vision we saw at the last, the cliffhanger. Wow, man, that was simply magnificent.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Wow.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Wow. This guy's voice acting was amazing, you know.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Hey, stop spacing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me.
Wow.
I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
Wow.
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
This is why you don't gain experience. You're avoiding, you're running away from the experience. What can I say, Neuvillette? You need guidance, bro.
Which ones? It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
So that's why Neuvillette wanted to investigate this case personally. Now that she explains it.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Really? All you do is fly around, Paimon.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here? I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Navia!
Wow,
Nice
Navia
to
is
see you
here as
again.
well.
Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
Interesting.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You
This
know,
is human we're
it
talking
could be
about.
because you attract more attention than you think.
True.
Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Mormonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Wow, ta-da. That was
Neuvillette,
interesting.
do you think there'll be any problems
saying
now that the
goodbye.
word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight.
Are you sure?
What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again.
It won't happen because the Traveler is there. And Traveler is here to guide Farina and Neuvillette as well.
What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night?
Because of Neuvillette.
Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Not because of Neuvillette.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Yeah, that's how they'll show you themselves. They're cowards, dude. He's a moron.
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch.
At least this generation has some sympathy for Melusines.
Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that. Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about. Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right. Let's go buy a cake or something. You shouldn't ever skip meals. Especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Neuvillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
This generation do concern about the Melusines, but the personal stuff, you know.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Neuvillette wasn't involved?
Yeah, it's still human desires.
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh! Look! Isn't that Neuvillette? I think he's looking at us.
Wow.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
Truly wonderful indeed.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion.
And this is why you are still in this position, Neuvillette. You need experience.
Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Neuvillette needs Miko, Yae Miko, you know? Yae Miko can fix him. As the meme goes, you know? She can fix him. I still haven't done this quest. Should I interact with this quest? Okay, let me just interact with this quest because I'm gonna forget anyway. Let me just keep it in my inventory and then I'm going to do it later on. Fast, fast, fast. Do people even rate this kind of quest? Because this is just normal quest. A dialogue, like a voiceover, makes the historical smart more appealing. I think they should really invest in side quest as well, not just in Arkham quest. I'm saying this because it is tougher than said than done, you know. Faster, man, faster. Thank you, Lucy, thank you.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one. The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna,
Domenico,
and
what?
others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
You don't say, huh? You don't say.
Monsieur Neuvillette, someone claiming to be from the Spina Durasula
Oh.
just checked in with us.
Talk of the devil
He
and
said,
she's already
and I
here.
quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe."
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Connection, network, you know. This is why, you know, Neuvillette, you should learn from Navia and Yae Miko.
Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Something feels off. But, oh well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essan here?
Yes, that's me.
Bye.
You're Essa?
Yes, monsieur, Neuvillette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Nice. You followed orders because... What? What was the point?
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Why not?
Domenico. Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
Yeah, that was a lot. Thanks, Navia.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Ruined?
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
Alright then, let's head to the fortress right now!
That was a close call.
Are we really in the clear, though?
Nope. You're dead. Yeah, let's take a photo, you know. Oh, let me bring out the traveler. That would do much more.
Just what will we come across this time?
Who is she?
Conquering demons is what I do.
This coffee smells as good as ever.
Which? Oh, is this a glitch or maybe? She wasn't sitting here in that moment. Who's she? Is this another quest or is this related to the... No, this is another quest. Water pollution, this is... Ah, she was the reporter. Ah, okay, okay. She was the reporter. Okay, I see. I forgot. The quest we did it in the yesterday's live stream. Not yesterday. It was yesterday. The day before yesterday. Yeah. How did I not recognize it? Oh, okay. 910. How is this guy even like communicating to outside world through, even though he is in this fortress? How?
It's Monsieur Neuvillette. Am I seeing things?
Yes, you are. Oh wait. Oh, I got a free one. Do I have to use it? No, I will save them. Everything. I do have enough token. I can buy all the recipes I want. I don't need this. No? Oh, Neuvillette. That's great. Why?
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
Nice greeting. Wisely.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself! Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
Of course.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase. I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is?
Even over
Nothing
here.
came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered. That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Did I hear someone say Melazine?
Wow.
What happened?
She was
Citrin! Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal? Writhsley.
Wisely, sorry. Not wisely, it's right.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct? Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Wow. You'll regret that, Neuvillette.
Whoa! If Paimon were you here, Grace, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary. Ah, and what?
Like, oh, okay, so it, like they should like some of the quests This doesn't turn blue in like normal quest. This is the story quest or the Arson quest. It does because this is special quest. But what about the world quest? They should really pay to the attention.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Yeah, I know her.
I'm Oriole, a member of the Mutual Aid Network.
I know you.
Is there something you need?
She was one of the... Oh no, she wasn't one of them. Why have I seen her? I've seen her somewhere. All the NPCs look same, what can I say?
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink? Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. Typical Sijun. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them.
She was familiar, I knew it.
But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you. I place great trust in Wriothesley, so I rarely visit the fortress of Meropide. However, exceptional circumstances call for exceptional measures. I hope I didn't cause him too much trouble.
Neuvillette is straight up going to the books. That's how he is.
Anything you need? Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago. We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
We need organization to feel safe.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer.
Yeah, such a neat advertisement.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, the...
You two look kind of familiar.
I even know you, but where have I seen?
It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace.
Wow.
I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though. The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker. All of us have a lot of respect.
Yeah.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
We all know this story. Protect the weak hand.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
Yep.
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh!
The Vautrin did this? Wait. Is Vautrin behind all this? Wait a minute. Wait a second. Is this Vautrin did this? But why?
So the network was inspired by... Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
Very... Like, this was not what I expected. Okay, so did this?
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial.
Wow.
But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melusines? Over that?
This is humanity.
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melusines to salvage things. I recall that Chiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family.
Wait, that story happened 400 years ago. This guy was alive for 400 years? Or am I wrong?
But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Chiara and force her to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sijween, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
400 years ago.
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
This generation does concern about Melazines now. Wisely isn't wrong.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Fact.
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you.
But the first incident says otherwise.
When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on.
So, who took control of a Fontaine 500 years before? It wasn't Napoleon. Who was the old Chief Justice and we know that there was two Archons in Fontaine. So the first Archon died, and now Farina is the second Archon.
People no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments.
And your judgment is wrong.
It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
Traveler.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Yeah, tea. That's all.
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memoria's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yep. Neuvillette thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What? During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Please, take care.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
What I really think is...
Wow, Traveler is speaking. The Traveler is speaking to Neuvillette.
Every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
I doubt that. He shouldn't think this way. He should think like, he should experience outside we should talk with other society to learn more about human interaction.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melazines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Wriothesley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melazines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy, so I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion,
Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
That's not how you celebrate!
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Yes! Thank you so much, monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Oh, an exclusive interview! Am I dreaming? What should I ask him? Don't let anything hold you back. Make the most of this opportunity and ask away.
I agree. He'll decline any question he can't answer anyway, so you might as well give all of them a shot.
Kiara?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time. In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot! Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time. I really can't fathom what goes on in her head sometimes.
Fusion Shatter!
Rise! Quake!
Take it easy.
Welcome to the Rag and Bone, purveyor of all wisdom. Dragon Bone Shop. Purveyor of all essential provisions. Dragon Bone Shop. Purveyor of all essential provisions.
Take it easy.
Frozen. Crisp. Don't get in the way! Freshness preserved. Chill to the bone. Ow! Oh no! Too warm.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
But the truth is still unknown.
This will do! You win this battle.
up with some fun activities.
Take it easy.
Rise! Crumble! Rise! Crumble!
I will have order.
Stabilize!
Shine down! Quietly now. Useless! Boring! Worthless! Take it easy.
Gather!
Take it easy. Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
solidify!
Worthless! This is order.
Stabilize!
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Now you shall perish! Ha! 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 Ha!
There's quality here.
I'm starting to feel a little tired from all our adventuring. Is it because we're always on the road? Paimon's heard that sitting down and reading a book could be a good way to unwind. Huh. Since we're not too busy at the moment, why don't we visit the Knights of Favonius' library? Maybe we'll find something simple but fun to read!
Quake! I will have order!
Illusion shattered!
Useless! Boring! Solidify!
Torn to oblivion!
There's... There's quality here.
Gather! Crumble!
Useless!
Quake! Rise! Crumble!
Take it easy.
Solidify! This is order!
Quietly now. Here comes the cash.
Ha! Shine down! Useless! Boring!
Certainly worth the...
Take it easy. A chest full of valuables and a trove.
Rise! Crumble!
Illusion shattered! Useless! Shine down!
Stabilize! Quake!
Useless!
There's quality here.
Gather! I will have order!
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Ha!
There's quality here.
Take it easy.
Add Ast.